back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because we are going to be doing a lot of different book related content. We're going to go to the bookstore. We're going to actually rearrange my bookshelves just because I've gotten a lot of different books throughout the last couple of months, and I'm starting to put books that don't belong in like that area because I'm kind of like running out of room, but not really. Like there's like certain areas that I'm running out of where it's like a specific genre. I can't put a romance book next to a Frida McFadden book, if you know what I mean. So I'm definitely going to be rearranging my bookshelves as well. There's a couple of books that I am eyeing because in the last couple of weeks we've gotten so many different book releases, and there's also some that I've been meaning to get but I just haven't had the time to go to the bookstore. So we're just gonna have a really fun bookish day. You guys are also going to be meeting Mia for the first time. I'm super excited. She's the cutest, and I just want to film her because she's so little, and I would love to look back in these type of videos and see how little she is and she grows up, because it's something that I wish I would have done with all of my cats. And we're also going to be reading a new book that just came out. We are going to be reading Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. We still have to go get it, so I'm really excited. One of my friends, her name is Victoria, I literally saw her IG story getting it the day of release day, and I was so jealous. But yeah, I'm excited for today's video. I'm excited to see where this goes, and I'm just excited to kind of refresh my bookshelves because they're kind of bugging me. Like I said, there's so many different books in here that do not belong. Let me actually show you. All right, as you guys can see, like this area is basically completely full, but down here these are all like YA thrillers and thrillers in general, dystopian and like more of like different genres all together. Like why do we have The Silent Patient next to The Hobbit? I don't know. We literally have no more space in like the romance section that I literally had to put my Emily Henry literally in my fantasy section. So I need to revamp this whole area. I need to rearrange it. So we're gonna be doing that later on in this video. I don't know, like I know that it's a me thing where I see something that does not belong there and I know it doesn't belong there, that it starts to bug me. I know that I'm gonna be getting quite a different books today because like I said, there's so many different releases and books that I've been eyeing for a while that I'm gonna go get. So we definitely need to make room for those books. So yeah, let's go to the bookstore, see what we find, and just have a really fun bookish day. Alrighty guys, so we are back home. I'm gonna give you guys a quick little book haul, see what we got. The first book is obviously gonna be Sounds Like Love, the book that we're gonna be reading in this video. I'm really excited, but also a little bit scared because one of the tropes that are in this book is one of them is famous, and I just don't really like that trope that much. The books that I've read, I haven't really liked, so we'll see how this one goes. The next book that we got was It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan. I've been eyeing this for a while. I'm kind of 50-50 with her books. Sometimes I really love them, but other books I'm kind of indifferent with them. So with her, it's kind of 50-50. The next book that I got was another book that was on my radar, which is The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. I've heard nothing but great reviews about this book, and I've just been meaning to read this for the longest time. I don't know, I feel like this is gonna be a 5-star book. Might be talking way too early for this book, but I really do feel like this is gonna be a 5-star book. I don't know, we'll see. I'll update you guys, and if I ever talk about these books and you're kind of curious, just go on my Goodreads. I always update there. This author, I did not know she released a new book, but she is the author of One Dark Window, and I loved that duology. It's so good. I haven't actually read a fantasy in months, so I think that this one's going to be the perfect book. But it's her newest release, which is called The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillick. You guys, this book sounds so good. Basically, our female character, she has these dreams and these omens visit her in her dreams. She can predict the future, like terrible things that are gonna happen in the future before they happened. So that right there sold me. Like, I am going to be reading this, and the person that actually checked me out, she said that this book was so good. So I'm very excited. I've been meaning to read a fantasy book for the longest time, and I think this is the perfect book. And then another book that has been on my radar is is Frederick Bachman's new book called My Friends. Y'all, look at this cover. It's so cute. I do want to read other books by him, especially Anxious People. I literally just got that a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, we'll see how this one goes. I've heard nothing but great things about this one too. So all these books that I got, like, they're on my radar and they're on my TBR for the summer. And I'm hoping to read all of them before the summer ends. Let's cross our fingers, hope that that happens, because I say things like this and it just doesn't happen. Definitely look out for future videos where I might include some of these books. If you guys want me to read any of these, just let me know. But basically, our female character, she's a songwriter in LA, but she can't finish a particular song. So she goes back to her hometown in North Carolina, where she hopes that she finds some sort of inspiration. And I think that this guy is going to be her inspiration, her muse. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've literally read all her other books, which I loved all of them, except the last book that she just came out with last year. This one right here, this one wasn't my favorite. It was okay. It had potential, but it wasn't my favorite. So I'm hoping that this one is going to be really good. But I'm gonna go because my cat keeps running around and playing around here. We're gonna start reading Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. I'm so excited to start reading this book. And yeah, I'll update you guys once I start getting a little bit further into this book.
Open the door, I'll walk through your window.
Mia.
She's just a baby. I'm a banana, peanut butter banana. You want to see yourself?
Oh.
The baby. Boop. Weighing at 42 pounds, 17 ounces.
She does not weigh 42 pounds.
She's such a cutie patootie.
I think she weighs 16 ounces.
Hello, baby.
We are about halfway through with Sounds Like Love, and I'm actually very surprised with how much I'm enjoying it, just because at first, when like the main thing happened, I was kind of like thrown off by it, because basically, main female character, she has like this telepathic, like she can hear and talk to a person like telepathically. And at first I was a little thrown off by it, because obviously with all of her books, they're kind of like magical realism and we don't really get explained how that's possible, so you're kind of like just rolling with it. And at first I was a little bit thrown off by it. I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go, but it's written so well. I'm enjoying it so much, and like anytime that I'm not reading it, I'm like thinking about the characters, because the other male character, he's like very misunderstood because he's very famous, and so people only talk to him because of that, you know. So yeah, I don't know, it's really exciting that we're getting this type of book. It's very refreshing as well. So, and also they don't know each other, like they like gave each other nicknames, so anytime that they would talk to each other, they had nicknames for each other, so they don't really know their like real names. And we're at a point right now that they finally met in person. Yeah, so that's all I'm gonna say about that. It's super fun and I'm genuinely enjoying it so much. But the plan for today is play with her, read, hopefully finish it, and then we're gonna be putting our books away and rearrange the whole bookshelves, because I kind of have the books that I just bought out on my desk and it's kind of bugging me, and I've been waiting for this portion of the video to rearrange them. So all right, y'all, so I accidentally left my camera inside of the room where Mia's sleeping, and right now she's sleeping, and so I'm not gonna go in there for her. So we're gonna be doing this through our iPhone camera, so just bear with me. But yeah, like I said, we are going to be doing a little bit of like a clean out, reorganizing our bookshelves, just because there's just so many books that are not supposed to be in that area. So I'm gonna do that real quick, see how it goes, and show you guys the results. Now this is what it looks like right now, and we'll see the final results. rearranging, and I actually rearranged more than I thought that I was going to, so let me show you guys. Over here I made it more just fantasy focused because I did have other genres over here that were like YA thrillers and just like genres that didn't really belong over here, so I made it more fantasy focused. And then over here I put all of the ones that I love, which are the authors. I have Abby Jimenez, I have Emily Henry, Elsie Silver, Anna Juan. Those two are like the main focus. And then over here is like all of my romance, and then down here are like romance but more serious, like not the fluffy romance, the ones that break your heart. And then down here are thrillers. And then over here nothing much changed, I just kind of moved a couple things and I put my Ellen Hildebrand over here and then more romance, and then down here are more of my fictions. But as you guys can see, I'm starting to run out of space, so we'll see what happens when that time comes. Now let's go ahead and finish Sounds Like Love. Finished Sounds Like Love, and I was actually very surprised with how much I loved it. It's definitely a book that I want to read again later on because it was just so good. Everything about that book was everything. The characters, the setting, I guess like the magical realism with it too. Like it was just so good. Obviously we're not gonna get explained why it happened. It was definitely a 5-star book. I finished it a couple of hours ago and I still cannot stop thinking about the characters, and the ending was so good. Everything about that book was good. Like there was like no boring part. Anytime that I wasn't reading it, I wanted to read it, so it was just a perfect book to read. I definitely do want to read it again. It's one of those books that I definitely wish that I could erase my memory and reread, just because it just felt so wholesome, and it was just like not a book that you typically read. And her relationship with her family, with her best friend, like there's just so many aspects to this book that were so good and like stood out. I'm still thinking about that book a lot, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to jump into another book so soon and not think about the characters in that book. It's like kind of tricky when you do that, when you just finish a book that you really love and then jump into another book, because in some way you're going to find or try to find aspects of what made you love that other book in the book that you're currently reading, and I don't know, I'm a little bit scared about that. But yeah, that concludes today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, night, whatever time you guys are watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!